So we have reached the 2014. This will be interesting. I'm going through and looking at the top 100 albums from the Prog Archives website. You're able to drill down and find out what the top 100s of any year, subgenre, and all that fun stuff are. So I've been having a lot of fun kind of looking through this. So I've got it by all subgenres, all countries, just studio albums, and we're going to 2014. So let's dive in. Here we go. 2014 top 100 albums. I'm going to be commenting on those that I know and skipping those that I don't. We already know. We've already done 4 videos of this before, so let's do this. Number 1, Road of Bones by IQ. I still don't get this. I still don't understand how this one is number 1. I know a lot of people love Road of Bones. I don't. I think its structure is very odd and not in a good way. Having the big song being right in the middle. I feel like there are 2 opening tracks and 2 closing tracks, and then 1 big track. And I feel like that big track we've already had before within like The Last Human Gateway and Dark Matter. So I don't know. I never was a big fan of Road and Bones, and I come back to it trying to see if I can see the appeal, and it never really does. Now that can't be said for number 3 of Pale Communion. My favorite Opeth album still. Very proggy, very dark. I love each of the pieces off of this album. Really been enjoying this album as the years progress. Yeah, really like this. And I don't know either of those albums. And this is where we start to find out my lack of knowledge within this musical genre. Excuse me. Bent Knee with Shiny Eyed Babies. Good to see that they're on here. Really like Bent Knee. Love their latest album of You Know What They Mean. Really good. And look, good to see that they're so high up there. I might have to actually go back and listen to that one. Yep, the City of the Sun by Seven Impale. This was one of my first album review as well, within the next year. Same with Corvia Stone. I think I did an album review of theirs. Really like this album. Love the album cover. But really like that. Let's see here. And this was also where I was starting to do my album reviews as well. But I came in pretty late in the game. I started in October. So I didn't get to a lot of these. Lunatic Soul. Good to see they're back on here. Excuse me, with their 3rd album. Motorcycle back on here again with Behind the Sun. Not my favorite album of theirs. Wasn't a big fan of that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Wow, a lot of these I don't know. Samurai of Prague I've heard about, but I've never really gotten into. Wow, there's a lot that I don't really remember on here, or that I don't know. Like all these albums, and this was interesting because this was when I was doing more of a deep dive to try to get some big material. Oh, Anubis. Really not as strong as their last one, but still really good. Let's see here. Don't know any of these. Wow. There's a lot. Oh, there's To Be Kind from Swan, starting the 3 album. Oh, no. No, The Seer was the first one. And The Seer wasn't on that year. So it's interesting to see that To Be Kind is on here at number 50, starting the halfway mark. Wow, this one might be a very short one. I do remember 2014 not being a great year for me in terms of music. There wasn't a lot that I liked. I wonder if my album of the year is on here. Oh, Hymena is back. The D Project. Oh, geez. Let's see. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. Wow. But I do actively remembering. Oh, there's Sid Arthur back on here again. Not enjoying a lot of music from that year. Devin Townsend, I actually really like this. Casualties of Cool. That one I thought was really good. But wow, yeah, there's a lot. Oh, Hibernal. This was really fun. Really like this album. I do remember seeing this album artwork in 2014, but not listening to it right away because I wasn't quite sure what it was all about. Necromonkey. That's funny. Wow, yeah, there's not a lot. And I don't think my number 1 album's on here. Wow, my number 1 album of that year isn't on here, which was Perfect Beings' self-titled work, their debut album. Yeah, I think I do remember that 2014 was not necessarily a great year for Prog, in my recollection. Wasn't a whole lot to talk about in this one. This one might be a very short recap, because outside of those handful of albums that I talked about as I get further up here, yep, there's Anubis, which I didn't actually discover until later on, so I didn't see it at this time. All these albums, wow, there's a lot that I missed. Yeah, the Motorcycle even wasn't all that great. Like, it was good, but it wasn't amazing. Yeah, it wasn't until we get into like the top 10 where I'm like, okay, now I remember. Carvia Stone, number 2, their album. City of Sun, 7 Impale, I think I listened to afterwards, after a recommendation. Bet Knee at number 3. But yeah, those... And then, like, number 1 album was a disappointment for me. Only Pale Communion came up really close. So, yeah, wow, that was a short one. Yeah, I do remember 2014 not being a great year. So that's about it for that one. I don't want to linger too much. Next up, we're going to be doing 2015, so stay tuned for that. Which albums from 2014 that weren't on this list that you felt were on this list? Which albums that were on this list I don't know. Let me know all about that by commenting down below. Yeah, do that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, you guys are definitely the best. Stay tuned for 2015 coming out very, very soon. And I guess until then, notes out.